So this is a video for the stupid nimwit that just responded to my actual reality on that Vice video concerning targeted individuals. Trying to say I wasn't born where I was born, because yeah, you know my whole life, right? And I guess you're just gonna have to convince our whole photo family album that we didn't in fact live around nuclear power plants where my dad was the welding inspector for the Department of Defense. But anyways, of course can't show you my whole birth certificate, but we have to go work jobs that are run by nefarious managers these days that have enough information about you to do whatever the hell they want, or so they think. But my favorite part about this and why I'm making this video is because right here, the funniest thing is that like where the doctor's signature goes, and it's more apparent on what wasn't the copy. Basically, they literally whited it out and wrote MD. And yeah, I wasn't born in the military, even though, like, you know, my birth certificate says, you know, it's in degrees, you weirdos. Yeah, so these freaking nimwits, I don't know who the hell they seem to think they are. I do have another birth certificate that's an actual, like, hospital copy that has a totally different address. Also not signed by a freaking doctor. So yeah, no, I get my reality is crazy, and I wouldn't believe it myself if I were not living it. The harsh reality of it. But yeah, Granger, Utah doesn't even exist anymore. The town is wiped off the map. This was the year after Ted Bundy was arrested there. There's all your media diversions, right? So anyways, you're an idiot, dude. I don't know who the hell you seem to think you are. I get that all you kids are dumbed down these days, but, you know, shut up. What the hell was I going to say with this? Oh, I do have some more paperwork, too, you know, just to validate that my story is true and I'm not freaking lying. I can't even lie. If I tried, they gave me so much truth serum when I was young. But yeah, anyways, I did end up going to get my eyeballs treated. I love that. It's whited out and they just wrote MD there. It's hilarious. Yeah, no doctor's signatures on my birth certificates, but yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about being an actual targeted individual since birth with a freaking military birth certificate not signed by a doctor to actually prove it. So I did end up going to get my eyes treated, and there we go. Those were the actual, you know, prescriptions I was on, and there was the metformin, 1,000 milligrams, 2 times a day with meals. But oddly, you know, when it came to the community health center here and the jail, like, you know, as I was unlawfully incarcerated for being ill and having, you know, decades of medical neglect that got me so sick, I couldn't even sit up in a chair and was quite literally fainting when I went to the bathroom due to basically, like, you know, Nicaraguan disease. Fungal pathogens in Nicaragua, and we were fed guinea pigs there too, and I know this because I used to breed guinea pigs at my child care center. I thought like all my art, like education was why we got our fancy clients, but I also bred guinea pigs there. What do you know? Anyways, yeah, so funny that like metformin, gabapentin, and spironolactone didn't show up on any of these records, and that my medical records from being unlawfully incarcerated from a welfare check, not a welfare check that I was almost killed on, disappeared. So there you go. I'm not freaking lying, and no doctor signed my damn birth certificate. And yeah, it's fucking real shit. And that actually helped me to get better because Nicaragua came out of me when I took it. I took it for PCOS and, you know, went to go get it again, but couldn't even get the medication that quite literally saved my life from Community Health Center because they had medically neglected, medically mismanaged, medically misdiagnosed, and basically literally threw my life away. So yeah, of course they're going to scrub my records. You know, of course they are. This whole thing is nefarious and it is going to be exposed, but yeah, that's the truth of it. Whited it out and just put MD over where the doctor's name was on my birth certificate. The actual medications that got me better, you know, I could do without all of them, but that one I do need to, you know, cleanse my ovaries again, and, you know, the happy cave for microbes, need to cleanse it so that I can get back to being at a whole lot better, since we don't save lives in America and we don't treat or acknowledge root causes of illness. We just like lie about everything and make up fake names for a set of symptoms rather than acknowledging like what actually got a person sick. Anyways, you can look at more of my videos if you want to see the crazy reality of how ridiculous you know, the medical industry and legal system has to act when they have to cover their own liabilities. And same thing in reference to my condition in general, which came out of this stuff. You know, of course, good old Fauci and the CDC had to have a Kaiser Permanente, you know, totally like create some lie that totally didn't stick and completely doesn't line up to what is actually proven under the microscope. And, you know, it doesn't really work when we're not on drugs and we don't have hallucinations, just to say that people that have, you know, skin symptoms related to frickin' shingles on the top of our head for 6+ years, you know, are just like, your lies don't pan out. You are being proven guilty. You are being proven liars. So if you guys can't start to tell the truth, and nobody's ever going to trust you. In the future, we have healers that care enough about people's lives to tell the truth about the microbes that are making them sick and to treat the root causes of their illness, such as having chronic Lyme disease with fungal pathogens, a Lyme disease co-infection. Okay? Tell the truth, people. You're out of your minds.